And here's the thing with the Island Boys, right? I mean, are they talentless? Yes. Do they look like clowns? Yes. Are they thuggin'? No. But do they deserve respect? What's up, everybody, and welcome to the second stupid episode of the Buckaroo podcast. Let's go. Yo. What is going on, everybody? It has been a minute. I mean, I said I was going to do the show weekly right when I started it. And I did one show and it's been about a month. Hey, no big deal. Sorry to let you down, all 2 of my subscribers. But I'm back at it and I'm going to be dropping them weekly. I don't promise, but I'm going to try my best. I've had a lot going on lately. I mean, maybe just the timing of me starting the show or launching it anyway was just kind of bad timing. Moved into a new condo. Our condo is dope. Well, the condo itself isn't that dope. I mean, it's pretty small. It's kind of like a little shoebox. But man, we are on the top floor of a very high rise, which is really nice. We have $1 million view. It's so sick. We have no neighbors on either side of our condo. And right above us is the whole roof of the condo is like some super modern, like garden looking roof garden thing to chill out. And you got a view of the whole city 360 up there. And it's one flight of stairs up from right beside our condo. So feels like we're balling. We got a sick gym and a sick pool and just such a sick area. We got Starbucks here. We got a farm with goats and sheep, which is pretty weird but cool. I mean, we got a fish pond. We got like this gay little organic farm market thing where you can pick your own veggies and then just take them up to the till to pay too much for them. It's nice, man. It's nice. I mean, last time when they shut everything down during COVID, including gyms and parks, and you had to wear a mask everywhere you went outside, I mean, it sucked. And I never want to be stuck in that position again. So we got a condo where we were like, hey, we're in a big city, but let's at least try to feel like we're not. And this has got to be one of the only areas I've found in this giant city that kind of feels like that. So it's definitely nice. Living that high life, I guess. Condo is it's a good price. I live in like a super posh area. I mean, we went driving looking for condos and we saw this one nice condo and then I turned and drove past it a little bit because it looked like there were some buildings past it. And as soon as we got past the condo, we hit like this old black iron bridge with like these vintage looking lights and there's people all over it taking pictures and taking romantic walks. And I felt something inside of me and I was like, is this hitting me? Is this what being white feels like? I was getting hit in the whiteness like a little bit right when we started crossing that bridge. And I was like, oh, what is this? And then we went down and there's a little mall that's like open air and they had a Starbucks. So the whiteness inside me was getting like brighter white. And then we passed that and there's trees everywhere, whiteness. And then we took a right and then we drove a little bit farther and there's a farm, white. My whiteness overflowed and exploded. So I don't know, I couldn't help it. I guess I'm biologically programmed and moved into a really nice white neighborhood. I blend in, but it's just nice, man. It's a nice change from like a complete concrete jungle. When we were driving around, there's this little suburb in here that has like these old looking all brick townhouses that look like it's from somewhere in Europe. I don't know, man. We just found a nice area and I'm pretty happy here, which is good. Although, we just moved in not long ago. Haven't set up the background. The lighting's shit. Sorry about that. And also, unfortunately, on this side of our condo, there's kind of a highway. So if you hear like a truck or, I don't know, some Porsche or Lamborghini driving way too fast, because that happens all the time here and they're super loud. Sorry, I guess. You have to live with it just like me on this show. I'll try to edit it out. Can't make any promises. But because it's been so long, I've actually missed quite a bit of stuff, man. A lot has happened in the last month. The world kind of keeps going to shit. At the same time, though, it seems like it's getting better in places in terms of like COVID or whatever. But I'm from Canada and I'm not there right now, luckily. But things are pretty shitty there. Our government's pretty brutal. We got some protests going on, and some of the leaders seem to have listened to what the protesters are saying. It seems like the one guy that's not listening is our actual leader, like Justin Trudeau or whatever, our prime minister. He's not giving a fuck. He just he did that common thing. He just called them all Nazis, called them all racist, and then that's what it was. So nothing's happening on that front, except for the fact that he's waged war on the people now, and now he's freezing people's accounts. Whatever. Those are bad vibes. Let's talk about some other stuff that I did or that I missed. I'm a huge moviegoer, but I've been missing quite a few of the movies that have been coming out. But I did go to Scream 5, and it ripped, man. I liked it. I was prepared to hate it. I'm not gonna lie, because so many horror movies are just kind of woke, and like I'm a huge horror fan, huge horror fan, and it just kind of feels to me these days like it's very rare that horror movies don't have the vibe that they're actually kind of just like Hollywood action movies or something. They don't feel like horror movies. I don't know why it's like that, but it just kind of feels like that. It's hard to explain. Like even when there's gore and blood and guts and, someone's getting stabby ripped, stabbed, it still feels like I'm watching Percy Jackson or some shit, But Scream 5 was sick. I liked it. It was all like meta and stuff, which, the old ones kind of were too, when they were talking about horror movies and how to survive a horror movie. But this one, like, they had one of the characters say, like, they're talking about how what's going on in the movie is like kind of a reboot or whatever, or a requel or whatever it was. I don't know. And they just kind of said, like, I think they kind of talked about how like everything's going woke, but nobody wants that shit. Scream is supposed to be a classic whodunit, and that's what they're doing. And so I appreciated that. But, just nobody talks about this, but just like how, Hollywood, they can't give up the past, right? It seems like everything's getting remade. They're just reusing the same stories because they know people will pump out their money for it. But there's something else I noticed that Hollywood doesn't want to give up. And they don't want to give up old actresses and actors. I was in the cinema watching Scream 5, and I'm looking around and everyone's face seems straight. And I'm like, is nobody even gonna think about the fact that Courtney Cox looks like Caitlyn fucking Jenner? What happened to her face? If an actress isn't the same person anymore, you know, if they got old and they botched up their face, why are you using them? I understand that she was an original character, so you got to bring her back. But what the fuck, man? Are we not going to talk about how Sandra Bullock looks like Michael Jackson's corpse and she's mainlining movies? Couple of them a year? Fuck off, man. Sandra Bullock, get out of town. You know, I don't know, man. It's just kind of strange. There's a million people trying to be actors and actresses. You can pick some fresh talent. You don't need to pick, you know, a wannabe Cher that's trying to live to 100 and now looks like, I don't know, a zombie. Someone from Night of the Nagging Dead. I don't know. I just think Hollywood needs to move on. You know? If I pay to see a Sandra Bullock movie and she looks like death, I won't be psyched to go see another Sandra Bullock movie. Just saying. But I'm going off on a tangent. Another thing I've been doing is wakeboarding. We got a wakeboarding park. A couple wakeboarding parks in our city. And you know, I spent my summers out at the lake and we had a little boat and we got a wakeboard one year for like Christmas or something. And so we got obsessed with it and we went wakeboarding all the time. And I wakeboarded a lot when I was a kid, from like age of 9 to whatever. And so when I went to this wakeboarding park, obviously I had to rent gear and I didn't have my own stuff, but I went to this wakeboarding park for the first time. It was my first time ever doing a wakeboard park, and I haven't wakeboarded in a very long time. But I went up there being like, wakeboarding is the easiest shit. I was born on a wakeboard. I'm going to make everyone at this wakeboard park look stupid. And I've never been so embarrassed in my goddamn life. I mean, dude, that rope pulley system thing, it's not a boat. I thought it would be a boat. It's not a boat at all. I jumped up there. I'd seen pictures or videos or whatever of people doing the wakeboard park thing. And I thought, dude, this looks fucking easy. So I jumped up there like a goddamn pro. Yeah. And I did this. I was fully confident, but this is what I did. I'm going to play it right now. That's me. Eating shit. Everyone laughed. Everyone laughed. I fake laughed. Died inside. I thought I was dope. I thought I was going to do a backflip my first day there. And the first time I hit a jump, because they're made out of like the puck board or whatever, that slippery plastic, way more slippery than I actually thought it was. And the first time I hit a jump, I almost did a backflip, but I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to hit the jump. As soon as I touched that shit, man, my board went funk, and I just backslapped it on the water. Water wasn't soft. I shouldn't have hit the biggest jump for my first jump. I'm such a fool. Just so embarrassing. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm better now, okay? I'm doing all the boxes. I'm doing the jumps. Things have gotten better for me. Now, another thing that I missed, which I thought, was pretty cool. I would probably go to it, even though I'm not a huge fan of that music. It was the announcement of the When We Were Young festival or whatever. And it's like all the popular ass emo bands. I'm going to put up a little picture of it right here. There's, you know, My Chemical Romance, who were like the big boys, right? You got The Used, who's one of the only emo bands that I actually like. Bring Me the Horizon is there. Not a fan. Like their first album. I mean, Taking Back Sunday, All American Rejects, who were kind of just a radio band. Jimmy Eat World, Senses Fail, Seosin. I mean, the list goes on and on, man. They got Hawthorne Heights down at the bottom. They were like the epitome of emo when I was growing up. They were like okay, relax, you know? Does every song have to be about slitting your wrists while you cry about your chick? God damn. But then I noticed there's a band on this list that shouldn't be there. And that band is, I can't see him on this poster right now, but it's probably because there's too many goddamn bands on the poster to even notice. Atreyu's there, that's cool. But the band is Knock Loose. And if you've never heard Knocked Loose before, they shouldn't be here. When you hear Knocked Loose, yeah, there they are. When you hear Knocked Loose, dude, heavy. I'll play a little clip of them right here. And then I'll play maybe one more clip right here. I mean, my God, man. You're going to put that next to Cut My Wrists and Black My Eyes? You know, Paramore from the Twilight soundtrack? All these guys crying about their girlfriends when really they're secretly gay. And then it was funny, a couple days after they announced that show and I heard about it, and I was like, that's cool, but why the fuck is Knock Loose there? I see this meme. It says Knock Loose is it says people at the When We Were Young festival to see Avril Lavigne and 303. And then behind them is like The Undertaker. And he's like Knock Loose about to start their set. That's exactly what it's like. You know? These 30-year-olds trying to relive their 13-year-old days, they're going to be so like disgusted and freaked out by Knock Loose. I love it, man. I love that heavy shit. I would go to that show and I would be more excited to see Knock Loose than anybody else. I mean, Bring Me the Horizon can't play their old stuff because they're not good enough anymore. The Used... Again, Guy Can't Scream anymore, but their first two records were real good. I mean, other than that, there's nobody that's as good as Knock Loose. Like, not even close. My Chemical Romance has some of their own good stuff, but, you know, most of it's kind of hit and miss. It's just kind of like sing-along emo songs for young girls. But I'd still go, depending on the ticket price. You know? Another thing that I missed, which I caught on to a little bit late. Yeah, I'm not going to get a lot of views for this video because everything I'm talking about, nobody cares about it anymore. It happened so long ago. The world moves fast now, man. There's a new goddamn wrinkle on my face every day. And I'm just a child. But I'm old. But, you know, I'm still young. But here's the thing. We've all noticed that Will Smith has been starting to act a little bit fucked, right? He's gone crazy. Clearly. He's been driven crazy. And it is now my understanding that he has been driven crazy by his wife. For sure. Without a doubt, she is the one who made him insane because she's fucking insane. And it turns out Her mom is fucking even more insane. Let's check this clip out.
My grandmother taught me about self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that pleasure was from me. And she taught me at 9.
Jada got
What? Oh! I've accidentally clicked on some porns like that. Your mom taught you how to flick the fucking bean when you were a 9-year-old? Man, even whoever's the guest on this show, her face.
Pleasuring because she wanted me to know
her face.
that pleasure was from me. And she taught me at 9.
She's like, whoa! Grandma taught you how to flick it at 9? That family on her side is out of their minds. Take away her microphone. I don't agree with cancel culture, but if someone should be canceled, you know, Jada Pinkett Smith is out of her fucking mind. Clearly, I mean, Willow's cool. She's weird, but she's cool. But Jaden's fucked. Will is now fucked. Jada's fucked. Turns out her grandma is fucked. This is crazy shit. To just open up and say, you know, what if Jada's Jada's dad taught her how to flick the bean at 9? How would that go down? You know? Grandpa would be sitting in prison next to Bill Cosby. Uh-oh, wait a minute. He's not in jail anymore. That's weird. I don't know the story there. But, you know, segue. Another thing, too, that has always been hitting my social media is the fucking Island Boys, man. And here's the thing. With the Island Boys, right? I mean, are they talentless? Yes. Do they look like clowns? Yes. Are they thuggin'? No. But do they deserve respect? No. And it's fine, man. But at the same time, I mean, you think about all these like mumble rappers and shit. They all look like clowns too. I mean, that song, Island Boy, it wasn't worse than almost all of the trap music coming out. So I think, I don't know, man, they've just been getting shit on super hard. And I don't like them, you know, but also I'm not going to chase after them at a football game or some shit, or bring them on a podcast and be like, oh, you know what? Now that we got you here, you're going to fail because you don't do anything. So here's what you need to do with your life, kiddo, from, you know, someone who's 5 years older than them. Everyone just kind of seems to go after the easy target, especially in America. You know what I mean? Because if there's one thing that Americans love more than confrontation and arguing, it's seeing people get hurt, you know? And so it's kind of the best of both worlds, you know? If the Island Boys were just like in a jewelry shop, because it seems like that's where they hang out, because clearly they've made a lot of money off of fucking around. I mean, if someone walked in there and busted them up, everyone would love it. And it's like, man, why? They might look like, you know, juggalos or some shit, but they're probably cooler than you are. Not gonna lie. That's it. They figured out how to get famous and rich off doing nothing. What are you doing? You're probably doing a lot, and you're probably not rich. Just like me. Yeah. Just saying. don't pick the low-hanging fruit, man. You know, don't go after the easy target. Don't be a piece of shit. But at the same time, also, you know, fuck those guys. But yeah. So it's been like a month since my last episode. I've been training a lot, man. I've been going to the gym 5-6 days a week. I actually even started running first thing in the morning, and then I go to the gym after. So I'm doing like 2 a day, trying to lose this dad body, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny, you know? I shouldn't mention this because I think even this can get me canceled, but I go to a CrossFit gym. I do CrossFit. Uh-oh! Yeah, I do. It's just not as boring as other workouts in gyms. You know, I tried switching it up, tried to do like bodybuilding and just powerlifting. Next, you know, just too boring for me, man. You know, I like CrossFit because it's kind of like a sport. And man, I have been getting first place in every workout. Like, I know it's not a race, but still, first place almost every workout. Putting on a show in there, man. You know? Like, hey, Deborah, you're 53, right? Cool. When you grab that paper and pen to count your reps, you should probably use it to take notes, okay? Take notes. Because I'm about to put on a fucking clinic in this bitch. You know? And hey, Deborah, and then when we're done the workout, I'll give you a couple of t-shirts that I got in my bag. You know, I keep them with me just in case. One says, I got coached by Hunter and he wasn't even the coach. And then just for you, I'll give you a second shirt for free. And it says, I worked out with Hunter and all I got was this lousy t-shirt and my fucking ass beat. And you can wear it around, Deborah. Because I'm killing it in there, man. You know, some of the members at the gym that are like pretty skilled, a couple of them said to me like, hey, Hunter, like you should maybe come to the evening classes. There's some people there that are, you know, kind of more on your level. They might push you, but nah. That's what I said. Nah. And they were like, what? And I was like, I'm a champion here. Okay? You understand that? I'm a champion here. So if someone wants to step to the king and take my throne, they can come to my home. Okay? And I do it all with a dad bod, baby. Imagine that. Deborah stands no fucking chance. I always thought, you know, like, imagine if CrossFit commercials were actually honest, you know, if there's TVs on, or commercials on TV, you know, if CrossFit commercials were actually honest, you know, and they said their problems that they have, you know, like, come on down to CrossFit, join a CrossFit gym today, become bulimic, not by choice or by eating disorder, you're just going to puke a lot. That'd be a perfect CrossFit commercial. I mean, I can give ideas for CrossFit commercials all day. You know? Like, come on down to CrossFit. Join to lose weight and then work out at high intensity and eat more because you're working out at a high intensity, you know, and your body needs it. And then you'll actually gain weight, you know, and then after you gain weight, you'll get injured and you'll take a break, but your body will keep eating the exact same as it was when you were doing the high intensity workout. So you get fucking fat. And then you come back and, you know, you suck at it now because you're fat and you haven't been doing it. But now because you're working out at high intensity again, you start eating even more again and you get even more fucking fat. Come on down to CrossFit. It's perfect. Because that's exactly what it is. Come on down to CrossFit where the guy next to you is definitely cutting reps. And then after the workout, he brags to your face about how he beat your time. Come on down to CrossFit. Fuck, they should hire me. CrossFit HQ, I'm open for hire. I'll do all your media. And you'll lose customers, I promise. So, I think that's about it. I'm just going to wrap it up with this thing that I found out not too long ago that blew my mind. You know sudden infant death syndrome? Where a kid just forgets how to breathe or just drops dead or whatever? It turns out that that also comes in adult size. Adults can also get sudden infant death syndrome, but it's not for infants, it's for adults. It's sudden adult death syndrome. And the acronym for sudden adult death syndrome is SADS. Uh-oh! And that's pretty SADS.